Hi everyone, I wanted to welcome you to the 8 Crazy Nights of Hanukkah Projects Day 3. I know it's technically Day 4, but I went to take a nap and I fell asleep last night. So, this project is using the Notebook Pocket Sizzix die. It's an extra, it's a large board. There's no code on this one, but it's called Notebook Pocket, and I think it's still available in the outlet. If not, I would be willing to cut some. And what it produces, let me just put this aside. You can use medium with chipboard, and this is what I made. It's a 8 Days of Traditions little door hang, and I'm gonna give this to my sister so she could totally put in favorite recipes on each day or family traditions. And the paper that I used is the My Mind's Eye Signature Christmas. I know it's a Hanukkah project, but there are some really lovely blue papers, and the one that I used, let's see, where is it? I almost used the music paper, but until I noticed that it was Christmas music, I used this one. It's lovely snowflakes, and it's got a green and blue tones, and my sister's favorite color is blue, and I thought, oh, I'll use my Tim Holtz seasonal distress ink and iced spruce, and the colors match lovely, so I used that. The couple little blings. My sister's not very frilly girl, so I didn't really over decorate it, but it is really lovely paper. And I did spritz it with the Perfect Pearls from Ranger in the pearl. See, Perfect Pearls right there. And I left the edges raw and only added a couple of little strips of the designer paper on the edges as well as on the front. So one 6x6 sheet was plenty for me to use, and I had a little left over even after I die cut the numbers. So inside are 8 little tags, and it actually fits a standard extra large tag. Let me see if I can grab one. Like, this is an extra large tag. It's longer, but it's about the same width. I hand cut these, or I cut them off from craft paper, but I do have these tags available, which are the manila ones, and these are the extra large ones, and they're available on my blog. So I cut these down. I cut them, I think, 3 by 3.5 by 6. These are 3 3/8, I think, or 3 5/8 by 7 1/4, and I thought they were just a little too tall, because if she's gonna hang this on the doorknob, I didn't want them sticking out too far, so I trimmed them. I made them a little shorter, and then each day I just put something, a little decorative stamp, and I did edge everything with the iced spruce distress ink. It's a really lovely color. I'm quite enamored with it for the moment. And then I die cut these little numbers with this Cuttlebug strip die, and this came in a pack and my husband found at consignment shop for $2. I'm not even sure what the name of it is. I should have written it down somewhere, but they're really cute numbers that cut out, so that's what I used at the top of the tag. And I did create the little tabs with the McGill punch, and the one I always recommend punching upside down. And the paper that I used are just the leftover cuts from when I trimmed up the tags. So I had a couple of sheets of these strips left, and they fit perfectly. That's why I save even small pieces like that, because you never know when you can use something like that. And instead of having to cut into a whole new sheet of craft cardstock, I was able to use the remnants. So I put little tags on, and for each date, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So they're all sit a little off. And then on the back, I stamped a couple of cute stamps. She can journal. Look at this cool stamp. It's a old-fashioned Philodex. I know everything's electronic now, but I just thought it was a cute stamp. So she could totally put a photograph or a recipe on the back, whatever she wants to, and if she wants to pull this out and put it on, with a magnet on the refrigerator, they'll all know what day it is. And this is actually useful for locations where you can't really have candles, like in your office or at school, so you can denote which day of Hanukkah it is. So simple, really simple. It closes the same way as the box that I showed on day 1 with a couple of brads, and the brads are from Wild Orchid Crafts, and they match the bling that I used, or the pearls that I used from Wild Orchid Crafts, which is this combination of blues and greens, and there's the code for that. The rubber stamp for the door is from River City Rubber Works. I always forget that name for some reason. And then some of the smaller stamps are the dollar spot stamps from Michaels from many years ago. Unfortunately, there's always a very sparse selection of Hanukkah stamps because, everything is Christmas. This feather is also from River City Rubber Works, as well as the Filofax, or whatever it was called. So it's a quick little project that was pretty simple to put together, and I will have video for day 4 and 5 posted tomorrow at the same time, so I'm sorry I'm a little behind. Oh, and I wanted to mention that I used sticky, a red line tape on the inside of these 2 seams before pressing them together, and on the paper I used my ATG gun on the front, but on the sides I used this 3mm tape, which I got at my local scrapbooking store, but there's the phone number for the company. Be Creative Tape. I have found that this is very useful size for those itty bitty little pieces that you need to adhere that are less than 1/4 inch. So there you go, there's the project for day 4. Stay tuned tomorrow for day 5 and 6. I know I'm a little behind, but they're cute ideas. So if you have any questions for me or about any of the products that I use, please leave me a comment. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching.